You already know who it is. I don't know if the park police. I'm kind of under this thing, reservation thing, which technically, I mean, maybe I can or cannot be under, but I am not a hooligan, and I'm just walking around doing reviews for movies, and then I'll leave. And I'm not doing no. Ooh, Vera Fargma is here. She's one of my favorite directors. Vera Fargma. I need to look that up. Vera Farmiga. Vera Farmiga. I really liked her in The Higher Ground 2011. One of my favorite movies. That deserves to be my top 10 also. Dang, I think I know what my top 10 is. But anyways, I'd probably put it at 8. It's not better than Harry Potter or Hunger Games, but it deserves to be my top 10. Better than The Town for me personally. And I'll probably put the town at number 10. Ooh. Anyways, Vera Fargma's in here. Jack Scanlon, Jack Scanlon, Zach Mantoon O'Brien, Amber Beadle, David Luis, Asa Butterfield, Rupert Friend, Henry Kingsmill, David Heyman. All right. Anyways, that's what it said here for the cast for The Boy with the Striped Pajamas. And oh boy, this movie is so good. I really enjoyed this movie the first time I watched it. You can't, I don't listen to reviews on the internet because they're not good and they're not accurate, ever, and it's actually pretty frustrating for me, just, when there's reviews and I'm like, man, this is they're like, oh, this is X type, even when people say, oh, this is the best movie of all time, it's all so subjective. I just watched Lincoln with Steven Spielberg, and I enjoyed it. And normally I don't like Steven Spielberg movies, I don't like his style. It's too, no offense, old male dude. I don't know. I think it's kind of corny. Yeah, but it's just not for me. I don't like Leonardo DiCaprio that much either. But The Revenant was a good movie, and Titanic's a good movie. But I don't really like the Titanic either. I don't know. It's just not my cup of tea. But anyways, The Boys with the Striped Pajamas is obviously it's a movie basically. It's a movie. It's a movie about the Holocaust, and basically this son of a Nazi general or a soldier befriends a kid from a concentration camp, and that's the whole dynamic of the movie. The ending, obviously, the ending is very heart wrenching, very sad, and it hurts. This movie is not better than Sound of Freedom. Sound of Freedom it's excellent. But the sub is not it's this is about the Holocaust. Sound of Freedom is about wow. Sound of Freedom is about this child sex slavery and child sex slavery and just overall just child slavery in general, which is appalling. And this is about the Holocaust that killed 6 million Jews. Again, appalling. Over 6 million Eastern European Jews. And this movie is just so good. It's not just this true story, and you emphasize from this historical event of this horrific trauma from all these people. But you just they have good child actors, and this movie is relatable. You feel the pain. Obviously, it's supposed to be relatable because we're all human. But not every movie does a good job of trying to articulate its message and its story to the viewer, and I was able to understand and, just emphasize with everything that was going on in this movie, the characters, everything. It was just this movie is very touching. It's very sad. It's not like your, $100 million budget, crisp visuals. You can see the guys, the kids' tears dripping down his face. You know, it's not like that. You know, which is at first you're kind of shocked because like it's like this good of a movie. You expect the budget to be higher and it be more, you know, artistic and the graphics and visuals to be better. But you know, it still tells an amazing story. It still tells a sad, horrific story. Just about the story is not even, it doesn't even need to be that complicated. It's this innocent child who doesn't understand like the horrific things that's going on, and then he sees this kid who's subjected to basically this torment for no reason other than the hate and the evil of these bad human beings who are these Nazis, you know, and. You know, I just feel like, again, like a part of this movie also too. It just it takes over. It takes over. Like, how to say this? Like, it becomes it doesn't, like, you know, it's, well, how do I say this? It's not fiction, you know, imaginary BS. You know, it's realistic and it's real, and like I feel like just. I don't know, like 20 minutes or 30 minutes through the movie, it just, you know, it's no longer a movie. It's just a piece of an historical event, you know. Although it's like, you know, it was written, you know, it just, you know, it's so real. And it, you know, like, there's, yeah, it's real, you know, and you're just watching a documentary. It transforms into a documentary. It doesn't have, you know, all the fancy bells and whistles, but the story and the acting's there, you know. It sucks. The Holocaust was awful, and it's about the Holocaust and them just killing people, you know, genocide, this mass genocide, and it's horrific, and your avatars are just these two young kids who have, you know, they're these seeds, you know, they haven't grown and sprouted to the world at hand. They haven't, you know, experienced anything. They don't know any better. They're innocent and they're pure, you know. And their minds are the same way. They think the best of the world and they think all these good things, you know. You know, and they're around this environment, around these people that are murdering these human beings because they hate them, because they were born, you know, and it's just crazy. And I like the way it, you know, they care, you know, it's an introduction also in a perspective of something like, you know, it's like you're starting the game all over again. I mean, it's like this fresh perspective from the lowest, most innocent angle you can possibly have, and the movie carries on, you know. And it's like there's all these wonders of what happens, but I've been like recently reading a bunch of Holocaust poems and things like that, and it's like I'm never gonna, you know, I'm not gonna let you forget what happened. I'm not gonna let you forget the history, the violence. You know, I'm not gonna let you forget the smoke of burning human beings, but my people burning. You know, it's like I'm not gonna let you forget, and I don't want to forget. You know, it's like there's also this thing. It's like those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. So it's just, oh man, it's history. It's a part of humanity, and it's dark and ugly, but it's true. Although this movie is a fiction, it's very realistic, and it's well done throughout the entire movie. That's the park ranger, but this movie is well done throughout the entire movie. Very believable, and I would give it like a 10 out of 10. Obviously, I'm not anti-Semitic or whatever. But it's a great job. Yeah, and it's sad. It's a gut wrencher, but it does its job, and I like it a lot. So the boys in striped pajamas.